Thank you for listening. My name is Mike Strauss, aka Strauss21. I'm a mixed martial arts journalist. I currently contribute to bjpenn.com, Low Kick MMA, CagesidePress.com. You could find my work there as well as my YouTube channel at aka Strauss21. And of course, the Did You See That Shit Mixed Martial Arts podcast that you are listening to right now. Here is my latest interview. I hope you enjoy it. All right, I want to welcome Mr. Henry OK Corrales back to the show. 32 years old, 16-3, fighting out of the MMA lab. And man, safe to say that you have probably the biggest fight of your career coming up here January 26th against Aaron Pico, huh?
Yeah, man, looking forward to it. Huge fight. Thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, anytime, brother, anytime. You've been doing this for a long time, man. You are, in my opinion, you're one of the best, period, but obviously in Bellator. Is this the biggest fight of your career, man? I mean, you've been doing this since 2011, but do you think that this is the biggest fight, the biggest moment of your career?
You know what, dude? I'm super grateful that, yeah, I think it is. I've been just chipping away, after losing a couple fights, some other big fights. And I'm glad I'm in a position where, I'm 20 fights in and this is a big fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Pico. Lots been made about Aaron Pico. Of course, I kind of feel like you're getting overlooked in this, man. But anybody that's doing that doesn't really know the sport, because your only 3 losses have been to Pitbull, Strauss, and Emmanuel Sanchez, and all 3. I mean, 2 of those guys are former champions, and one of them, I believe, Sanchez will be. So, I mean, you've only lost to the cream of the crop, man. What do you say to the people that are doubting you in this fight, man?
Yeah, I have nothing to say to them. It's kind of something I don't think about. I've been called worse, so I'm not too worried about anything that people have to say, man.
I hear you, man. And like I said, you're on a 4-fight win streak. You've been doing this for a long time. How has camp been, man? Are you having a good camp heading into this?
Yeah, it's been going great. There's been an extra little fuel in the fire because, like we're saying, it's a big fight, so everything's just elevated, and it's going really well, man. We're taking everything to the next level.
You're at the MMA lab, right?
Yeah, MMA lab.
Have you brought it? I mean, obviously you guys have I think you're one of the more underrated gyms out there, because, when people talk about the big MMA gyms, the lab kind of gets overlooked, but you guys are tremendous. I mean, Benson, what you guys have been able to do there is incredible. Did you guys bring anybody in specifically to help you for Pico, or did you just kind of utilize what the lab's got already there?
Yeah, the lab has a lot of a lot of high level wrestlers there to begin with, and they cross train. A boxing gym cross trains there, so we've been working with some boxing guys too. So we definitely got our hands full.
Yeah, no, you guys have one of the best camps out there. I mean, like, you're a 5-time King of the Cage champion, man. Do you feel that going into this, that your one of your main advantages is your experience?
Yeah, I think so. But that dude's pretty experienced too, so it's just not one of I'm really not looking at advantages and disadvantages. I'm looking at what I can bring to the table with with the work that I put in. With just handling my business. Being kind of self-centered and making sure I bring my best self to the forum on January 26th.
What do you do to unwind, to kind of to get out of the whole fight mode? What do you like? Are you a music guy? Do you go to the club? I mean, a family guy? What is it? What is your thing?
I like to go hiking, dude. There's a lot of cool spots out here in Arizona. I just moved out here a couple of years ago to start training at the lab, and I didn't know when I first moved out here how much nice hiking there's out here. So you get a couple guys together, listen to some good music on the way to a nice hike, and it's kind of my little deload thing.
Oh, that's awesome. I just got into hiking last year, man. I went, I went all out. I bought a $300 Osprey bag, one of the big hiking bags. And
I got one of those too.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they're expensive, but they're worth it. You get what you pay for, right? So, yeah, man, hiking is awesome. So, yeah, I feel you, man. I'm in Chicago, so you guys probably have way more enjoyable hiking destinations than we do here. But very cool, man.
Especially with this weather.
Yeah, well, how is the weather there? I mean, we've been having just, obviously it's the January. It's brutally cold here, but how is it right now for you guys over there in Arizona?
It's nice, dude. It'll get like in the 60s right now, and then the lows are like 30s, so it's not too bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, that's not too bad at all. I saw one of the posts that you made. I forget if it was on Twitter or if it was on Instagram, but basically just saying that you're excited to be performing back at the Forum in front of a lot of friends and family. How is that going to be, man? Going back to Southern California and competing in front of all your people.
It's cool. I go back there a lot in between fights because it's only like a 5-hour drive. But and this is my third year fighting there, and I didn't think it doesn't get old. I'm even more pumped this time than any other time. So pretty cool.
Now, do you think a lot's been made of this fight as kind of like a title elimination bout? Do you think that if all goes as planned and you get your hand raised, do you think that's what's next for you as a title shot?
Yeah, I would think so. That'd be 5 straight since joining the MMA lab, and we're just getting better and better. So I think that'd be the next step for sure.
Now, obviously, you've had a ton of success, throughout your career. Like I said, you're 16-3, but do you feel like this recent success that you've had is directly correlated to your move to the lab?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they kind of revamped my whole career, coming off some losses, and came there and just turned my world upside down in a good way. So pretty cool.
I can't speak to being a fighter, but I can speak to being a man somewhat, right? It's kind of hard to admit when we're wrong or when we need to change things up, man. And that's what you did, man. You were looking at 3 losses in a row and you decided to change things up. What motivated that change? Because, as I said, that could be a hard thing to do, to look yourself in the mirror and admit when maybe things aren't going, as planned.
Yeah, losing and just not being happy. And, I kind of had a realization, like, I look in the mirror and I think I'm a tough guy and I'll fight anybody, whoever, whenever. And, and I've just kind of thought to myself, like, hey, only if you're so tough, go better yourself, dude, go do something with yourself. And so that kind of put me in a position to kind of punk myself and, better my life.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with results, right? I mean, as you mentioned, 4 straight since working with the lab there, and man, continued success definitely is in your future for sure, man. Bellator 214, January 26th, Aaron Pico, and as I said, it's probably for a future featherweight title shot. So, best of luck to you, man. I appreciate you doing this. I want to give you a few minutes, Henry, to shout out coaches, sponsors, whatever you would like, man. The floor is yours.
Sweet, man. Well, thanks for having me, Mike, and. I'm super excited for January 26th. You can catch me on Instagram at Henry Corrales MMA, and my main sponsors would be Dreamscapes, Horty Control, Help You Save Insurance, Turf House, just to name a few. The rest will be on Instagram, and then just thank my team, the MMA Lab, for helping me out with everything. Yeah, let's get it.
Well, I can't wait, man. Bellator 214, January 26th, you against Aaron Pico. It's going to be a great fight. In my opinion, that's the fight of the night. Don't miss it. Henry, I truly appreciate it, brother, and best of luck to you, man.
All right, dude. Later, man.
Take care, brother.